The Gospel of St. Matthew, chapter 9. He healeth the palsy, and forgiveth sins. He calleth and visiteth Matthew. Mercy. He answereth the Pharisees and John's disciples of the raw cloth and new wine. He healeth the woman of the bloody issue. He raiseth Lazarus' daughter. Giveth two blind men their sight, maketh a dumb man to speak, preacheth and healeth in divers places, and exhorteth to prayers for the advancement of the gospel. Then he entered into a ship and passed over, and came into his own city, and lo, they brought to him a man sick of the palsy, lying on a bed. And Jesus, seeing their faith, said to the sick of the palsy, Son, be of good comfort, thy sins are forgiven thee. And behold, certain of the scribes said with themselves, This man blasphemeth. But when Jesus saw their thoughts, he said, Wherefore think ye evil things in your hearts? For whether is it easier to say, Thy sins are forgiven thee, or to say, Arise and walk? And that ye may know that the Son of Man hath authority in earth to forgive sins. Then said he unto the sick of the palsy, Arise, take up thy bed, and go to thine house. And he arose and departed to his own house. So when the multitude saw it, they marveled and glorified God, which had given such authority to men. And as Jesus passed forth from thence, he saw a man sitting at the receipt of custom, named Matthew, and said to him, Follow me. And he arose and followed him. And it came to pass, as Jesus sat at meat in his house, behold, many publicans and sinners that came thither sat down at the table with Jesus and his disciples. And when the Pharisees saw that, they said to his disciples, Why eateth your master with publicans and sinners? Now when Jesus heard it, he said unto them, The whole need not the physician, but they that are sick. But go ye and learn what this is. I will have mercy and not sacrifice, for I am not come to call the righteous, but the sinners to repentance. Then came the disciples of John to him, saying, Why do we and the Pharisees fast oft, and thy disciples fast not? And Jesus said unto them, Can the children of the marriage chamber mourn as long as the bridegroom is with them? But the days will come when the bridegroom shall be taken from them, then shall they fast. Moreover, no man pieceth an old garment with a piece of new cloth, for that should fill it taketh away from the garment, and the breach is worse. Neither do they put new wine into old vessels, for then the vessels would break, and the wine would be spilt, and the vessels should perish. But they put new wine into new vessels, and so are both preserved. While he thus spake unto them, behold, there came a certain ruler, and worshipped him, saying, My daughter is now deceased, but come and lay thine hand on her, and she shall live. And Jesus arose and followed him with his disciples. And behold, a woman which was diseased with an issue of blood 12 years came behind him and touched the hem of his garment. For she said in herself, If I may touch but his garment only, I shall be whole. Then Jesus turned him about, and seeing her, did say, Daughter, be of good comfort, thy faith hath made thee whole. And the woman was made whole at that hour. Now when Jesus came into the ruler's house, and saw the minstrels and the multitude making noise, he said unto them, Get you hence, for the maid is not dead, but sleepeth. And they laughed him to scorn. And when the multitude were put forth, he went in and took her by the hand, and the maid arose. And this bruit went throughout all that land. And as Jesus departed thence, two blind men followed him, crying and saying, O Son of David, have mercy upon us. And when he was come into the house, the blind came to him. And Jesus said unto them, Believe ye that I am able to do this? And they said unto him, Yea, Lord. Then touched he their eyes, saying, According to your faith be it unto you. And their eyes were opened. And Jesus charged them, saying, See that no man know it. But when they were departed, they spread abroad his fame throughout all that land. And as they went out, behold, they brought to him a dumb man possessed with the devil. And when the devil was cast out, the dumb spake. Then the multitude marveled, saying, The like was never seen in Israel. But the Pharisees said, he casteth out devils through the prince of devils. And Jesus went about all cities and towns, teaching in their synagogues and preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing every sickness and every disease among the people. But when he saw the multitude, he had compassion upon them, because they were dispersed and feared, or spread, or scattered abroad, as sheep having no shepherd. Then said he to his disciples, Surely the harvest is great, but the laborers are few. Wherefore pray the Lord of the harvest, that he would send forth laborers into his harvest.